WWE must avoid this video. I'm going to tell you exactly the mistake that they could make, easily can make, and I don't think it's the right decision. I also think that it's not something in which you're going to be able to guess right out of the gate, because Becky Lynch is under contract with WWE, and while she did not appear on the Raw on Netflix premiere episode earlier this month, well, she is going to be coming back. Keep in mind that Becky Lynch is going to be used in a prominent spot when she returns from television. And I think I know why her delay has been such extended, right? Why has she not returned? Here's my theory. She has been doing a lot of Hollywood projects and filming movies, television, etc. And I think with that, something which her husband Seth Rollins mentioned while speaking on Chris Van Vliet, I think that is delaying her return, because while, yes, WWE's schedule is much, much reduced compared to what it is now, they're mostly doing TVs outside of like long house show tours. I think the fact of the matter is she had a bunch of commitments lined up, and in a way it's kind of like the John Cena thing where you really have to block out your time if you're filming, because it's easy to say, well, I can just film, Tuesday through Sunday, and then I can just come in on Monday. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Like, there's a production schedule. You can't just plug and play where you want to be if you are a prominent role. Like early on in John Cena's role, he could be able to do that. But then as he's gotten these larger roles and these more important roles, you can't do that. And I think that's what Becky Lynch is doing. But what is this mistake that WWE must avoid with Becky Lynch? So I was thinking, and I was looking at the landscape of everything, and we got Rhea Ripley as the women's world champion. Obviously, reportedly, Becky Lynch is returning to Monday Night Raw, a brand in which we last saw her when she put over Liv Morgan, dropped the women's championship to her at the King and Queen of the Ring PLE. And I was thinking to myself, okay, with the current landscape, and I understand that there is that carrot that is dangling where you do have a potential showdown between Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, I do not think it would be the right decision for Becky Lynch to come back as a heel. I think it would be a massive mistake. If we look at Becky Lynch's career within this company, if we take a look at when she has been able to shine the brightest, when she has been able to be used in the best possible way, it's been twofold. One of which, it's always been a babyface. She is hands down a better babyface than she is a heel. It's not even close. Number two is when she is the man, whether it's the initial run or this last run, that is where she shines the brightest. So if you are WWE and if you are Triple H, who reportedly and then later being shown it on television, he was never a fan of the big time Bex character. And he is a old school guy, and he does not believe, okay, I take over creative today, I change exactly what I don't like about this character right now. It's a complete 180. It's a complete just scratch whatever she's done for the last 6 months. No, it was a slow transition from big time Bex as a heel, that wacky Seth Rollins knockoff character that no one liked, including Becky Lynch. She's gone on record by saying that, to transforming back into a babyface and as the man type character, right? She went from a heel then to a tweener to a babyface, and that's exactly what they were able to do. Her feuding with Tiffany Stratton down in NXT for the NXT Women's Championship, finally capturing that title, that was a massive, massive thing for her in her career. Not only being able to say, hey, I've won the NXT Women's Championship, but also saying, hey, I am now the man, I am now the babyface. So if you bring her back and she feuds with a Rhea Ripley, if you bring her back and she feuds with a Liv Morgan or an Io Sky or whoever you want her to feud with, I don't think it should be as a heel. I think that would be a massive mistake. I don't think it would be right for her. I don't think it would be right for her character, and I also think it won't be the right fit for the WWE product as well as the fan base. I just don't think that's the right way to do it. Hey, could be wrong, could be right, I'm not for sure. But at the end of the day, you need Becky Lynch to go in a very strong direction, right? You could easily have her return at the Royal Rumble if you wanted to, but you could also easily have her just come back on an episode of Monday Night Raw. We don't know when she's coming back, but clearly it's a situation in which when she does, she will be used in a prominent and featured role. I have said this before, I will say it again. When she finally started, it was right before WrestleMania 40, when she was being built up and when she was starting the feud with Rhea Ripley, it really felt like, okay, she's gone from a main event type star, a headlining attraction star, to a megastar, where she is on the same level of a Roman, a Cody, a Rock, a Cena, you know what I mean? A Hogan back in the day, a Rock, Austin, etc. Where if you are added to advertising for an event, or if you are added to advertising for TV or a PLE or social media, do you move numbers, and do you move numbers in droves, right? Like a few weeks ago, Rock appeared on NXT. He brought in like 400,000 extra viewers that they get, right? Like it was a massive number. They almost hit 1 million viewers, something in which they hadn't done in years, something in which it was like their highest ratings, highest viewership since 2019, right? Is that something that you can do? Are you such a star that can do that? And I felt like Becky Lynch was on that trajectory. I thought she was doing that type of work, and I actually think that she was being the megastar. I also think, to back up my megastar theory, something which I think she's already reached, if you look at, okay, it was a situation in which Becky Lynch, she obviously opted not to re-sign with AEW. She was leaving WWE, excuse me. She's not signing with AEW. She's not going to AEW. She opted not to re-sign with WWE. She's taking time off. You have Rhea Ripley, who was the champion. She had to vacate due to injury. Then Becky Lynch became the women's champion, and then she's leaving, so they had to get the title off of her. And then you had Liv Morgan in the mix, right? Well, she helped elevate Liv Morgan. She was in a feud with Liv Morgan before WrestleMania. She was with a feud with Liv Morgan coming out of WrestleMania. And if you look at it like that, then her putting over Liv at King and Queen of the Ring PLE, dropping the Women's Championship to her. And then if you go and you look at, okay, 2 nights later on Monday Night Raw, inside of a steel cage, she also put over Liv Morgan. Those are 2 massive, massive victories for Liv Morgan. And it helped elevate her, and it helped get her to the next level. And as long as you can keep doing that, and as long as you can keep using the name of Becky Lynch and helping others get over, but also not taking away what makes Becky Lynch so special and not beating her like a drum, man, oh man, can you make some stars off the back of Becky Lynch. And she's more than willing to do that, right? Because if it's good for her career, and if it's good for the career of those who she's working with, and it elevates the brand, and it elevates this other talent, and it elevates Becky Lynch, you go with it. You do it because it's a no-brainer. If it's a no-brainers type situations, that's how you can use Becky Lynch. And you can use her in that type of way as a babyface rather than a heel, in my